All right. Welcome to the Morning Spike. This is where all the Nerd Huddle comes together and helps you out with your fantasy football info. But this week it's the off season. So we're just talking NFL news and kind of getting ready for the draft a little bit. But my name is Tank Kramer. I'm with Brian from the Panda and Grizzly Show over on the Nerd Huddle and from Dynasty Pylon from the Dynasty Pylon channel. So what's up, guys?
And it's been a crazy week. I mean, just NFL's just so much stuff always going on, and it's nuts. I mean, we say it every week, but I mean, every week is something different. Like, these aren't the same things going on all the time. It's not always someone, complaining about their job. It's about these people have lives, and there's always things to be covered, and it's so much.
I agree.
Yeah, this offseason's been kind of crazy. I would say that the owners of every NFL team is just like, they did fantasy football in last year or something, but there was trades so much like left and right. But then on top of that, people forget about like how they are like with recent news. They also have personal lives as well.
Make way for the first
interfere with what happens with news reports and with what is going on with their life. Like, they're human too. With recent news, I know, Tank, you want to kind of touch a little bit about it. I know it's a weird situation, but I know you wanted to talk about the whole Dwayne Haskins thing. It's kind of crazy, to be honest.
Yeah, it's super crazy. So it happened last night, or yesterday. We heard about it, and it was basically, we're not sure what exactly happened. Let me see if there's like a official kind of news, but he was down in Florida with a lot of the teams. That was, I believe, Mitch Trubisky invited a lot of the team down there to like get to know each other. This Steeler team is a very new, young team. So, somebody had to kind of take the reins and like, hey, let's all like hang out and get to know each other and try to be more than a team, try to be like a family kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
So everyone was down there, like not every Steeler, but most of the Steelers were down there.
Well, not Mason Rudolph. He did not go. He did not. He
Really? I didn't know that.
He declined immediately. And but I mean, all the star players are basically there. I mean, Claypool's there. I mean, it's just everybody was there. So
yeah. I didn't know Mason Rudolph wasn't there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he was struck by a dump truck while trying to cross a highway in Florida. So, and Haskins was only 24 years old. So basically what the Florida Highway Patrol spokesperson said was he was pronounced dead at the scene. He was attempting to cross the westbound lanes of Interstate 595 when there was when there was oncoming traffic. It shut down the expressway for several hours. Obviously, there's a whole homicide investigation. But then Mike Tomlin even said, "I'm devastated at the loss for and at a loss for words for the unfortunate passing of Dwayne Haskins. He quickly became part of our Steelers family upon his arrival in Pittsburgh and was one of our hardest workers, both on the field and in our community. Dwayne is a great teammate, but even more so a tremendous friend to so many. I'm truly heartbroken." So, that's probably definitely one of the better statements, made recently, was by Tomlin, who's I think Tomlin's just a great guy all around. He's just, no scandals, no issues, no people talking shit about him. Like, and Tomlin just seems like he knows what to say, how to be a good coach, how to be a good person. So respect for him. But I don't know, just before we get into a lot of the other, crazy stuff, what other people are saying, what do you guys think about this whole situation?
It just seemed really weird. Like, all of us, like, we were talking about like the situation, like, why in a highway? What was he doing? Like, what led to that point? And then some people are out there are just so cruel about it, like, oh well, he wasn't good anyways or whatever. I'm like, yeah, but that's besides the point. That's you do you not realize that a 24-year-old young man just died? Like, regardless of the fact, like, I don't care how talented he was. And I don't care, like, he was still at some point in these organizations' lives. He was somebody's best friend. He was somebody's, close friend. He was somebody's, family member. And it's just like, it's just crazy on how some of these, comments are like, oh, well, now he's off of my dynasty team. I'm like, well, okay, well, that's something you just do, but you don't really like say anything about it. Like, it's just something that's like, okay, well, life goes on. I understand, but life is also cruel at certain points. But there's just some things that need to be unsaid. And I think you were mentioning something about Schefter or something like that. Brian, I don't know if you brought it up or someone like that. What was I didn't even see it, to be honest.
Well, I don't know. You want to say what he said, Brian?
I would like to have a verbatim what he said, but
yeah. Or if you want to give your take on just the whole situation before we get into
the
Schefter stuff.
I would say, I mean, I'm happy that so many people came out and said so many positive things. I mean, of course, Tomlin, Ron Rivera said it. I mean, even Daniel Snyder, said great things about this guy. Because I mean, I think what people don't realize is when you're 24, he made mistakes during the pandemic, being 22 years old. And this stuff when he was starting, he was 21 years old.
Yeah.
How many of you have made mistakes when you're that young? Has said some things or did the irresponsible thing at 21 years old? He was still 24. He still had more than enough opportunity to become more. So anyone's just thinking about the football as part of it, I think that you're wrong. And the things do change and you have to give people opportunity. I mean, that's what he said when he came to Pittsburgh. And that's why Tomlin wanted to take a chance on him and continue to bring him on the team and even compete for the starting quarterback job because he's been working hard. He's been like, I'm going to turn on a new leaf. I got to figure this stuff out. It's hard for me, going from a kid to a man. It was harder for me. These are things that he said out of his own mouth. And when you have someone who is trying to change their life, because a lot of people try to do it, but when they die tragically, you need to give respect first. I mean, for the loss of the life, loss of what they're trying to do. I mean, the whole community loses it. I mean, the team loses it. It affects everyone. Yep. And it's sad. And I think that people are so used to just NFL news coming out that they're just delivering news, just throwing it out there instead of realizing that this is going to affect an entire family, an entire team, an entire community. I mean, he was always at the hospital. Dwayne Haskins was doing all those things in community involvement. He did all the time. So he was trying to change his life. He was also involving himself in other people's lives. So when you say these things and have these reports, you need to think twice. Realize what you're talking about. So that's all I got.
Agree. Yeah. And then real quick, also even TJ Watt, he said he called him a very upbeat guy. So the first what he said, when he first walked into the locker room, I could tell that he was an upbeat guy. He always making people smile, never taking life for granted. His impact on me will last forever. So, same thing with Claypool, wrote something very nice. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that were just like he was a great guy. Even Ohio State football, leader, legend, forever a Buckeye. Some sweet and simple like that. But yeah. So I'm trying to get this what
even Urban Meyer
Schefter said. Well, really, what did he say?
It's heartbroken to hear the loss of Dwayne Haskins Jr. And at least so my thoughts and prayers go out to his incredible family, one of the greatest QBs in Ohio State history, but even better, son, teammate, friend. God bless. That's what he should have been saying. That's what Schefter should have been saying.
Well, I mean, if Schefter's a reporter, then report. Don't throw in your opinions. You know what I mean? Or even like negative stuff like that. James, yeah, said what Adam Schefter was wrong, but like everyone else makes mistakes. Yeah. I'm gonna read what he said. Unless you have it up, Ryan. I don't know if you have it up.
I did have it. I'll go back to it.
If not. And Jimmy said, yeah, he was only 24. That's so young to be gone. Prayers to his family, friends, and teammates. Yeah. I mean, it sucks, man. Like you said, 24. That's still very, very young in the NFL. And I mean, he could. His name is still floating around as starter, this and that. So it was like he had opportunity, especially in a great coach, to help him kind of get past some of the issues he had, but the issues he had were more like off-field stuff, which I feel are a lot more fixable. If you're surrounded by positive people, like somebody like Tomlin, I think you can fix stuff like that. But
they also give an opportunity. This is after a legend has left, Roethlisberger is gone, and you already know. I mean, we can say what we want about Mitch Trubisky, but Mitch is not going to run away with this job. And we can see Mason Rudolph is not going to run away with this job. And Haskins has probably more talent than both of them. Yeah, I mean, that's why you just never know what's going to happen, especially with a team. If they see that talent, they're like, I'd rather go with him. So he could have done more. But Schefter's tweet, it was Dwayne Haskins, a standout at Ohio State before struggling to catch on with Washington and Pittsburgh in the NFL, died this morning when he got hit by a car in South Florida, per his agent, Cedric Saunders. Haskins will have turned 25 on May 3rd. That's the tweet. It was pretty simple.
Yeah.
The problem is you're talking about the first thing you're going to say is him struggling to catch on with Washington and Pittsburgh. I mean, Lamar Jackson really lambasted him. I thought that it was terrible. So why are you talking about his struggles when we're talking about him dying? That's the biggest thing. You're talking about a man who just died, and you're talking about him struggling.
Yeah. I mean, this whole section here, in the comma section area, you could just cut all that out, and it's Dwayne Haskins died this morning, and then did everything else. You didn't have to throw in your whole little
struggling to catch on with Washington and football, Pittsburgh in the NFL, which is hilarious. I mean, it's because he never apologized about it, but then deleted struggling with the catch on with the Washington Pittsburgh in the NFL. He deleted that and retweeted it, but he never apologized to his family, saying, "Hey, I'm sorry, that was insensitive." I think that would have gone a long way. He said, "That was insensitive. I was just trying to do something quick. I'm sorry. This is what I mean to say." And you see as arrogant sometimes when you do those things.
Yeah, you could have just said, he played for Washington and Pittsburgh, or you can list the teams he played for. You don't have to
former quarterback of Washington. That's usually what they would have said or done. But Schefter's look. I don't like Schefter. His tweets suck. When something goes through, he's horrible. And that's the thing about Schefter. I'm surprised this is the most punctuated thing he's ever done in his life. Usually there's commas up the ass, this thing, weird, and then per source follow thing, and then he repeats. I swear he just copies, pastes, and it's just, I really hate Schefter.
Even before this, huh?
Before that, he sucks, man. He sucks. He's just a crappy, beat reporter. I don't care who
definitely. Yeah, and then Jimmy said Gil Brandons. We're going to talk about Gil Brandons in a minute because it gets way worse than what Schefter said. I think.
And Schefter was just insensitive. I think, not realizing how would you want someone to say something about you?
Yeah, it's like God forbid if something were to happen to him. You're like, oh, ESPN controversial, writer. It's like, no, you don't need to put that part in. To me, it's like, I don't know. I mean, yeah. So I don't know. I mean, and I think that's where, I mean, I don't want to get too political and blah, 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 but just media in general is kind of like, oh, we have to put our opinions or our hot takes in there for it to be popular. It was like, nah, no.
It's kind of like what James said. It was just wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It was 100% wrong. Yeah. Half of those players who said some guys crying on Twitter. Yeah. Somebody criticizes them, but then Adam, was wrong. yeah. And this is not the first time, like Martin said, that he's done
No,
a bad take. Yeah, a bad take. So,
but doing a bad take is just one thing, but not apologizing for it is the other. You're the premier guy for all NFL news. Everything's coming out of your mouth, off your tweets. Why wouldn't you just apologize? Look, that was a little insensitive. I understand, and go from there. It's not a big thing. This is, it's like people think admitting that they're wrong is going to ruin their career.
Yeah.
No, that was a little insensitive. Sorry, guys. This is what I really meant to do. I was in a rush. I apologize. I owe him more than that. That's it.
Yeah. But like you said, apologies are hard to come by, especially in the world today. But so Schefter got a lot of it, and I think because he's got the most of it, and he's a bigger name, that Gil Brandon, Jimmy said, yeah, Gil Brandon's comments were disgusting as well. I think his were way worse. So what Gil Brandon is wrong screen, NFL radio host, and just like somebody just summed up what he said. So he said he's a guy, or talking about Haskins. He said Haskins was a guy that was living to be dead. It was always something with Haskins. Maybe if he stayed in school a year, he wouldn't do silly things like jog on a highway. And I think it takes it out of context. Is like you act like he was jogging on the highway. That's he was trying to cross it for some reason. I don't know why or what or whatever. I'm sure that's going to come out eventually, sooner than later, hopefully.
I think Brian mentioned he ran out of gas, maybe, or something.
Yeah, I think he actually had a flat tire. That's it. Got out of the car. If your phone, any person, you're on the highway, you get a flat tire, your phone's dead. It's 3:00 in the morning. All right. One side, the 595 is right by the beach. The other side is where the city is. You're on the wrong side. What do you have to do?
Yeah.
That's not even with knowing anything. I'm just saying, what would you have to do? So don't tell me this is idiotic. This is so stupid. We don't know enough information about what's going on. But if you're in that same situation at 3:00 in the morning, guess what you're going to be doing? Trying to cross the highway.
Yeah. You're going to try to do something. You need to get some help. But there it says silly things like jogging on a highway. They act like he was shirtless, naked, running in the middle of the highway, some
trying to dodge
manic kind of stuff. If you can dodge a car,
playing
you can dodge yeah. So I thought that was super bad. And a bunch of other people, Michael David Smith said, they were obviously unacceptable. He said that Gil should not be doing live radio interviews anymore, which I believe. He's 90 years old, a 90-year-old white guy. So yeah, so he has, you're not all. I'm sorry, I might be ageist or whatever, but medically at 90, you're not all there, man. So you're not thinking right.
Why did Grandpa get out again?
Exactly. And
then he does stupid stuff like this.
Yeah. So. And I feel like somebody should I really don't know much about Gil Brandon, but if he has a good reputation, then somebody should be like, all right, you need to sit back and just
known as being
enjoy what your life work did for you, and just relax. But yeah, so a lot of people are like, it's tasteless, blah blah blah. But yeah, so it was on NFL radio. So yeah, so it was kind of silly stuff, and I also feel like it's something that maybe a person who doesn't know the whole situation, what if he stayed in school, then what? I don't get what you're getting at. It's like
anything.
He would have been smarter. Is what I'm getting at, or I think
it doesn't matter. Would have changed the ripples in the water, is what he was trying to say with that.
Maybe,
but still, that's okay.
It came off.
It's just weird. It's just not relevant. I get it. Maybe
it's speaking of someone who doesn't seem to understand how he was already changing his life and he was doing better things now. He was already doing those things. So why are you even focused on that? And that's not the focus right now. The focus is a 24-year-old man just died tragically.
Mm-hmm.
That has to be the focus. Now you're trying to dissect something when it's still fresh.
Yeah. James sounds like something Jerry Jones would have said. Yeah.
Insensitive, not thinking about other people. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. I mean, they're probably not that far off in age either. So
I think Jerry's younger.
Oh yeah, he's younger. I mean, he's not 90. I think I want to say he's like 70 something.
Yeah, I think he's like 78.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Kind of pass from coach.
Yeah. So you had a lot of bad takes like that, which unfortunately get majority of the media, and then you have a lot of the positive guys that we talked about in the beginning, that just kind of like no one talks about. I mean, right now everyone's talking about these two guys rather than the hundreds of college, NFL pros, coaches, staff, talking, how great he was and how he was changing and this and that. So yeah, it sucks, I mean, just at the end of the day, it was a 24-year-old young man, that died, so it's hard to put, like what Mike Martin said, like, oh, like you start, the first thing you think as like a fantasy player is like, oh, how it's going to affect me, which is kind of fucked up because like it really doesn't, at the end of the day, like your fantasy team means nothing compared to like a man losing his life. So, yeah, so, but I mean, you always put it like how it affects me kind of stuff. That's just the world we live in. So I don't know. It just all around sucks. When I first saw this, I was like, what? First I thought drugs or something like that. And then I read what it was. I was like, huh? Like it was very confusing.
No, I remember that the entire Pittsburgh Steelers, because I mean, there was a report earlier in the week that Trubisky had invited all the Pittsburgh Steelers down to Miami. They were going to work out together and all this stuff. So when I first heard it, I was like, I thought he was with his entire team. Like the entire team is down there. So I'm like, how would this happen? Yeah. And then the more I think about it, you say, okay, well, I could see how this stuff happens.
I mean, it's the same thing. I live by train tracks, like the Metro, freight train right there, like not that far. And a few times a year, somebody dies, and it's not anything silly. You're just like, I need to get over there, or I need to, get across the train tracks to jump on the train. So like you're in a rush, you're not thinking right. You're like, oh, I got to do this. I got to do that, blah, blah, blah. And, I mean, it's just, it happens, and it's just like something that you don't think is going to happen. You're like, oh, I'm fast, which, he's obviously an NFL athlete. So they're like as close to superhumans as we have, like in the world today are athletes, the professional athletes. So, and if it was late at night like that, I'm sure there wasn't that much traffic, but I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just
all it takes is one truck going really, really fast, and then you.
Yeah. And James said, "I know this is off the wall, but if a player dies, does his salary go to his family?" Good question.
Guaranteed, I believe the guaranteed. But all NFL players have insurance, so there's an insurance plan on. If you sign with a big company, they get life insurance on you too. So there's NFL players have the insurance, so the insurance goes to the family. If you have guaranteed money, I believe the guaranteed money is paid out to the to the team, to the family. That makes sense. So you have insurance, you have the guaranteed money. All the rest of the money on the contract wouldn't. I mean, that's just what it is, how it goes.
Yeah, I'm sure they have he's 24. A 24. Probably not gonna have life insurance. That's just anybody in it that's 24. I mean, I don't know about you guys. When I was 24, I'm like, what's life insurance? So
talking about.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, I'm sure there's stuff like that in contracts, and I mean, there's not only the family, but the business side of it. I'm sure his agent and other business related people with him are going to make sure money gets put to the right places, like their pocket, stuff like that. So yeah, so I mean, it's not too off of a wall question, because it is something when somebody dies, there's a lot of questions you need to start asking yourself, especially when somebody dies unexpectedly at a young age. It really throws you off. This is some of his plays. Yeah, when he came into the NFL, he was expected to do a lot of great things. So,
yeah, I was just looking at their life insurance plan. So as long as he's not in suicide, then yeah, he is. They will get 100% of the insurance, the life insurance.
Life insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's insane that they have to put that in writing if it wasn't suicide, knowing what concussions do to people. It was like, I can't, Martin. I can't hear you.
Sorry, my bad. Overall, like I said, I would hope that his agent probably talked to him, probably told him, "Hey, you know what, get something done." Yeah, if there was a smart agent, I'm pretty sure he had something. Like, we'll see. But that's a very good question. I never really thought about what NFL would do for his family or anything like that. I'm pretty sure there's something. But overall, Dwayne Haskins was a good QB, as we see in Ohio. Sometimes it doesn't pan out to the NFL. Sometimes we see great players just doesn't make that transition into the NFL. But regardless of the fact, he was still a very young man, very good athlete, better athlete than I'd say about 90% of America, because we're these guys, like what Tank was saying, these guys are basically gods compared to us regular people. The worst player in the NFL is probably the most athletic in a regular civilization compared to the regular people. So overall, I hope I hope Steelers organization doesn't take it too bad. Like Mitch, I heard he's probably taking it to heart. And that sucks. That you invited him, he probably feels a little bit guilty. But again, it sucks, and I get it. But as I was saying, rookies don't always transition, and thank you, James, like Daniel Jones. So things like that. So when it comes to rookies transitioning to the NFL, I kind of want to make a transition, and thank you for the memories, Dwayne Haskins. It really sucks. It sucks. Like you don't want to hear this at all, and then you don't want to hear the negativity of it. You just want to hear the positive side of it. But leading into more positive side notes, did you want to get into more happier state of mind? And let's start talking about these future rookies that are coming in with the NFL draft. If you guys are ready, or unless you guys want to do your tier thing, if it's up to you.
No. We'll do the tier thing later. Let's do the draft stuff, man. Start getting ready for that.
All right. So I've been talking about this for weeks, and to the confusion, we were going to do fantasy football draft. No, my bad. That's my fault if that was the confusion. But it wasn't what I originally wanted to do. It was a mock draft presented by the Draft Network, and I hear an echo. But it is basically a mock draft that we can simulate to what we kind of think of what we want to do on our predictions. So let me try and get this up. I'm trying to
So
are we gonna do two teams?
Do we'll do 2 teams this week, and then next week we'll do 3. If another person jumps in, maybe we'll do 2 more, but we'll see. But so right now we're picking what 2 teams each of us are going to pick for. So basically, instead of doing the whole draft, I'm gonna pick for 2 teams. Brian's gonna pick for 2 teams, and Martin's gonna pick for 2 teams. And then we're just kind of go with that, and then the rest is gonna be simulated by the computer according to draft predictions and stuff like that. So we're gonna go ahead. The more I keep looking at Sky,
my bad.
Sorry. The more I keep looking at Sky, more I think he could be better than any wide receiver taking in the first round.
Oh man!
All right.
All right.
You giggle out of Martin. So
hey, look, these receivers are good, man. They're all
it's
roughly around the
that year.
same. Okay.
All right, so we'll just do. You want to do?
All right, Tank.
Garrett
We'll do
Wilson
you
is-
first right now.
Okay,
Garrett Wilson. I don't care.
So
Garrett
Tank,
Wilson.
just I'm gonna give you guys your guys' teams
Okay.
and kind of. Oh my God, are you
Spin again. No, we'll
No, hold, leave it. We'll leave it. Go ahead, leave it. Because you'll pick for your own team, and Brian will criticize you on why you're picking.
Okay.
We'll leave it like that. What in the hell? So stupid.
That's hilarious. It would have been better if you were the Bears, though. That would have been the best.
Oh my God, that would be. I would have criticized everything you did.
All right, Brian, go ahead. This will be your team.
That's hilarious.
That's so stupid. Okay, Chargers. All right.
Oh, wait.
Rams. Okay.
You got that.
Where's my Max 16? No, that's the Chargers. Damn it.
All right. Do they even have? They have a first round, right? They have a first round this year.
That's a good question.
I think
I
they
believe
do.
so.
Actually. No, do they?
We'll figure it
Hold
out.
on. Round one. Jags. Falcons. Blah, blah, blah. They do not.
Nope.
Okay.
They do
Can
not.
we remove them?
Yeah, just change it
All right. We'll do another one.
because they don't even have a second rounder either.
Oh,
Like,
they
don't have
traded him. They traded for Vaughn and they traded for.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. All right.
All right.
And I'll
Wait.
get my first team.
I don't think the 49ers have a first round either.
For reals? Well, then I'll get the Colts. Check real quick. I don't have any of my draft boards up right now. I'm just winging it. I am winging it.
Bengals. Yeah, I don't think either of them.
The Colts don't have a first
Colts
round
don't
either.
either, huh?
Nope.
Hold on, I'll pull this up real quick. So
Colts
49ers
have the
don't-
first
and
is the 42nd is their first pick,
Yeah, that ain't
which
it.
is round 2.
So 49ers don't have anything. And the Colts don't
49ers
have
first
anything.
pick. Yeah, nothing in the first round. Shit, and the 49ers don't have their first pick is the 61st. Jesus.
And the Colts don't have a first either, right?
Negative.
Look,
All
look, no. Hey, second team, I'm just choosing. I say, Martin, you get the Jags. Then
That ain't no
Tank,
fun.
you get the
That
Jets,
ain't no-
and I'll take the Lions.
Okay. Steelers.
I'll take Steelers.
Yeah, they're okay. So you got Steelers. All right. So wait, who's now you going for Brian again?
Well, you want to go for you? I'll go back to you.
Okay. Well, who's Brian got?
He's got Niners.
Well, 49ers, their first pick is until the 61st.
Oh, yes, right.
Well, then he'll take the Steelers. My bad. I'm just removing the
Ah.
teams right now.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Brian. Take the Steelers. I'll take the Titans. You good with that?
Yeah.
That's fine.
All right. So, and then
Wait. Tight ends.
they have one in the 26th.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Brian's got the Steelers. I'll take the Titans.
All right. Now
I'm
back to
telling
me.
you, we need to have someone get the Eagles, the Saints, and the Jets.
We'll get to that. I figure
Yeah,
we'll
we're
just
gonna do it
this
again
random
next
one
week.
right now.
Yeah.
And then,
The Bucks.
Yeah. You'll get the Bucks. So you got the Bucks and the
Okay.
Bears.
Okay.
And next week we'll do more of these other ones.
Yeah, we'll pick different teams.
Bucks, yeah.
27th, I think, is their first one.
And that'll be Brian's team with the Texans. So you got the Texans.
I hate the Texans, but yeah, I got it.
Have fun with that one. Have fun with that one. All right. So, and I'll pick up my second one. Goddamn Ravens. Goddamn Ravens. Oh, you mother.
Oh God, yeah. Now you do. No, they got a good team already, so you only get it's wide receiver. That's it.
All right, so we're going with Tank got the Bears and the Bucks. Brian's got the Steelers and the Texans, and I got Titans and Packers. Let's just get into it. I will close this out. Let me stop this, and then let me put up the Draft Network board, which kind of something I've been using this for a couple years now. So
I'm gonna get into some of the comments real quick. Rams don't even got any picks. They do not. We're 18 days away from the draft. Time is flying. You are not kidding, James. It is. It was like yesterday was a Super Bowl, and then Chiefs really got 6 picks between day 1 and day 2. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the 29th and 30th is going to be really interesting. I can't wait to see how they do that.
See, like stuff like that is the reason why I'm giving Poles a good chance in Chicago. You know, because he's coming from a team that knows how to draft, that knows how to do free agency well. So I'm into that. Oh, and then also Falcons. Congrats, Martin. You got another bear on your team. You got was it the wide receiver was Baird?
Yeah.
They another one? Oh my God. Okay, so Texas, I'm first. Evan Neal still there? Get Evan Neal.
All right. Just right off the bat, Evan Neal, offensive tackle right there. Okay. All right, so you're just going to give one to Mills to get protected. I don't think they're going to go quarterback at all this year either. I think they believe in Mills.
So, yeah, I don't think they're going quarterback at all.
But
Texas taking a punter. Stop it.
All right, there you go. Another one right there. So according to the Draft Network,
they need a wide receiver. Drake London's there right now.
Drake London's right there.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to look by position or?
Yeah, give me wide receivers up.
Okay. I don't know why this ad blocker is still there, even though I have ad blockers on. It's so weird. All right, so Drake London, Jamison Williams, Jahan Dotson, Chris Olave, Treylon Burks, Sky Moore, Christian Watson, George Pickens, David Bell.
I just don't want to give Olave to the Texans, but go to Drake London.
But if you're in the Texans organization,
I would try to go Chris Olave because it makes more sense for me. A fast receiver. Yeah, go Chris Olave.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. Hey, look, your team, not mine.
And who's got the next pick?
You would probably be me with the Packers.
It's me with the Steelers.
Steelers, which is Brian again.
Yeah. Man, what are you? I think they trade up personally. They trade up and trade all the chips in. And what do we have a quarterback left? Is it
Desmond Ritter's probably the top one right now. Matt Corral, Sam Howell, Carson Strong.
I mean, I can see Desmond Riddler, but I just don't think it's going to last, honestly.
None of these guys are going to last. They're not that great. They're not that great. They're just guys. It's just the 2014 draft all over again, is what I was saying on Wednesday. That it's just the best QBs out of that draft was Jimmy G and Derek Carr. That's it.
You know what? Actually, yeah, go ahead and do Desmond Riddler.
All right.
I thought about Matt Corral, but I think Desmond has a higher upside. So
I think Matt Corral or Sam Howell's still my number one. I don't care.
I don't. Sam Howell is not going to. I'm saying he's not getting picked in the first round.
No, he won't. None of these guys. Like, well, they're kind of maybe a few, but all right. So this.
And then real quick, so James said, I got a feeling Chiefs trade up and take one of those picks between the top 15 with all those picks they got. I could definitely see that. Go and get something really good. Probably wide receiver.
Yeah,
I see the Steelers wide receivers. Yeah,
I see. Steelers get go up and go try to get Malik Willis.
I can see that.
All right, so if we're gonna go with what we all should think that the Packers should do is receiver, right?
Well, wide receiver.
But are they gonna do receiver because they typically don't do it and they just go with random and they go with the best available? I don't know, but let's just hope for the first time ever
they make a smart
pick
decision.
what they actually want and actually get what they need. I'm gonna go with Treylon Burks.
That's a good pick. I like that.
He's a big dude. He's probably one of the strongest, best receivers there. I know he's not the fastest, but I think he'll be a good fit there with Aaron Rodgers with the loss of Devontae Adams.
I like that.
All right, so next one probably coming up is
Titans.
me with the Titans. They have issues all across the board. Julio Jones just got released, right?
Yep.
So now they have AJ Brown.
They got Bobby Trees.
And then Tank, Bobby Trees, and then Tank, you wanted to mention something about AJ Brown, right?
Well, yeah, just he was a little bit in the news where some higher ups in the organization are saying like he's on the trade block, and then the coach is like, over my dead body. Like that coach is like, we are not getting rid of AJ Brown. So yeah.
Yeah.
So, but he's kind of bouncing around. Like if I was him, I'd be a little worried. I was like, yeah, your coach says like you're not going anywhere, but your coach don't make those moves, man. So,
with that said, that makes me wonder if they go. Is Christian Watson on the board still?
I think so. Yes.
The big body wide with the North Dakota State guy.
I really think
6'4", 208. AJ Brown kind of body.
Yeah, with AJ Brown and Bobby Trees there, though, I don't think they're gonna go with the first round wide receiver. Honestly, I think they're gonna replace Jaylen Brown, who just left as linebacker. They're probably gonna go with Devin Lloyd or Nakobe Dean. Now since I'm running the Titans today, and I personally like Nakobe Dean over Devin Lloyd. I think Nakobe Dean is a better linebacker in my opinion. Mark would agree too, because I know he's got a hard on for Nakobe Dean, but he really does.
But if you get him in the second round, why would you?
But that's the thing though. I'm looking at the projections, and if potentially second round.
Yeah.
But I would probably think that they would go with Devin Lloyd over Nakobe Dean just because his speed. He's a lot quicker than him. He's probably not as a big of a machine. Like his engine's probably not as good, but I think Devin Lloyd probably ends up going with the Titans to replace Brown, who they just let him go or they lost, right? Or something like that. He signed with someone, I can't remember who. But I'm gonna put Devin Lloyd here with the Titans.
Saying Dean is the Nick Bolton of this draft.
He really is.
And and they also said Christian Watson is a fourth round player.
Christian Watson is going to be taken in the early second round easily.
Yeah. I said I hate watching the draft when the QBs are no good.
Yeah, hey, that's true because these always
that would be this year.
Yeah, this year. But I feel like you need to have another two positions that are stacked. And wide receiver is stacked this year. And I think you got a bunch of other
edge rushers.
a lot of D line. All right, so my pick. So with the Bucks, I don't know. I think the Bucks really need a D line because they're so old. Where's Jimmy Mills?
I think we need a tight end, man.
I don't know.
Well, Gronk said he's gonna come back. It's not official yet or anything. He said if he does play again in the NFL, he's staying with the Bucks, which makes sense. He's not leaving Tom Brady's side. I mean, they're packed. I wouldn't mind another O-line.
He was just talking about Joey B. Not too long ago.
Yeah, not that long. I mean, it's Gronk. That man is every day is a different thing. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't with the Bucks. I think the O line's big, D line's big too, but I think I want to say like O line just because you have Brady and you need to protect them.
Yeah, but they got. I mean, what do they need? They need a right tackle, maybe.
Right tackle. Who's was it Johnson? Zion Johnson? Is he still out there?
Guard.
Probably not. Maybe a guard, yeah.
They need a guard in, but I think you get a guard in the second, third round. I mean, you don't go waste a first round pick for a guard.
On a guard. Yeah. You need a tackle or something. But what's available? Who are the top available? Can you see that?
Top available is Devontae Wyatt.
Devontae Wyatt.
Tyler Linderbaum. Linderbaum's pretty good at O-line. Kenyon Green also not too bad either. I like Elam as a corner. I don't think they need a corner that bad.
Yeah, but I think you're gonna get corner. Elam's gonna be like the next pick. But I think Linderbaum is interesting. That's very interesting because he's the type of guy that the Bucks go for. He's nasty. Yeah.
And then I mean, we know just Brady. I think it's hard. Well, see, do you build an O line around Brady, or do you just like, all right, you're gonna play for Brady this year, but we're gonna try to bring in somebody similar next year who stays in the pocket and reads.
I think that's the best thing to do.
Yeah. So let's go Tyler Linderbaum.
Okay.
I honestly don't even think Linderbaum might not even be there. But
he probably won't.
By then.
But, yeah, because
all right, so
I don't think Kenyon Green will be there. Shoot. But whatever.
All right, so
real quick. How do you guys feel about Arnold? Who's it? Ibn Kiti? I don't know how. I even know how to pronounce that. You guys, Ebiketi, Kibi Kaiti.
Yeah, Arnold Ebiketi.
Yeah,
Ebiketi. Tanking his
dude. I'm horrible.
Mike Gesicki. Oh my gosh. All right. I think he's all right. All these linemen are these linemen, receivers, all these like core positions are like they're all pretty close to each other.
Yeah. I mean, so Arnold that's the one from Penn State, right?
Yeah.
The edge rusher from Penn State.
Yeah.
There you go. Nice.
Yeah, senior test out of Penn State, so not bad. But
he's explosive.
For me, I feel like I don't think that the Packers. Are we talking about the Packers here? I'm gonna say that they're gonna go with their one receiver the first round, and then they're gonna stick with that. I would think that they would probably go after. Oh, maybe not running back. I don't think so either. They got two running backs.
Yeah.
I think they would go with Devontae Wyatt out of the best one, or maybe if they go with David Njoku. Here's the thing: David Njoku just got injured, right? And he probably won't be available this season. But if they get David Njoku now, think about it. Next year, you'll be rolling out with two good first round top 10 first round draft picks. Maybe they would go with David Njoku, but I don't know.
I think they got to replace one was the Smith guy. I think they got to replace Smith. So they need like a lineman, a D lineman.
That's what I was thinking. Even Devontae Wyatt.
I like Wyatt. I think Wyatt would be really. I mean, I don't want him. I don't want anyone good to go to the Green Bay Packers. I don't want them to get nothing, even in this mock draft. But I think they go.
I'm going with Devontae Wyatt there.
And then James is saying he thinks the Packers are going to take Boy Maff. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that one right either. Mafe.
Boy Mafe?
Yeah.
Maybe. All right. So we got Brian coming up.
Yep.
With the second pick of the Texans. Still need edge, corner, safety. Basically, all your defense sucks.
Well, I would say we only need
the whole team sucks, to be honest.
The That's all we need. All we need is a team.
So what are you gonna do? Best available, I guess.
I think I have
David Njoku's still there.
Is Boye Mafe still there? Mafe's gotta be ahead of Njoku.
I think he might have been. No, he got taken by the Lions. Lions took him in the 34th.
Oh, okay.
Right there.
Yeah, then let's go David Njoku.
Again, won't probably be available most of the year, but rolling out next season. And that would be a perfect. Honestly, I think that would be the perfect
for Texas. Because the team's
year,
always suck no matter.
Yeah, and then next year you have a top 10
he was
edge rusher.
5.
Yeah.
He was it.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, so Bears, let's what do you got? I can't
man.
Bears.
I know that's too good. And it was funny because me and Brian were talking about this this past Tuesday on like who they need, who they're gonna get. And I don't know who's.
I wanted David Njoku. Except for the Bears, I wanted David Njoku. We're gonna suck this year, so why not just take him? You know what I'm saying?
Oh man. I mean, do you get Green? Because I saw Green still up there. I mean, he's somebody you could, like I don't mind him. He's a tackle guard. I mean, I feel like that might be the best. And I remember when we were talking about him, I thought he would be a good pick in the early round. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I could see because we need a right guard. We're really bad at guard right now. So yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I mean I mean with the O-line,
he won't be there.
If the Bears don't go O-line,
top 20 player, top 20 pick. There's no way he's going to be there. But
I
will go there. Yeah, I will go there. There's no way.
Yeah.
You going with Green?
Yeah, let's go Green. I mean, in this one, but in other ones, I remember reading about him too that he might be there. I doubt it. I mean,
I saw Green going early 20s.
Early 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 39 is kind of way down there, but. So who got next? Oh, me again.
You again. I think it would be in the wrapper.
Yeah.
So now you gotta look at wide receiver, I think, here.
Yeah. Is probably Dotson is gone still again.
Oh yeah.
What do you have?
I think you got George Pickens is right here.
George Pickens is
receivers
on my list.
you're going with?
Yeah.
David Bell, John Mitchie.
I like John Mitchie. Ooh.
Calvin Johnson isn't Austin isn't bad either.
But you got go get John Mitchie right now.
Or George Pickens and David Bell.
I like George Pickens. Yeah. I like Pickens.
I like David Bell over these guys.
I don't know.
Bell.
We talked about this before. I like Mitchie, but go get what you like.
Oh, real quick. I missed a couple of the comments. Sorry. Brian, just take a punter at this point. Steelers and Bears better go O-line. Yeah. I mean, the first pick is definitely O-line. I feel like the whole damn draft should be O-line at this point since you didn't pick anybody up. And it did George Pickens is a first round pick without his injury.
I don't.
But once again, know. Can the Bears afford to take a wide receiver that's injured? Unless it's like Mitchie.
I don't think he's a first rounder.
Without his injury?
Without his injury, I think he sneaks in towards the beginning of the second.
The second round.
I think so.
I think he's going to go all the way down to the bottom of the second round.
Without injury?
No, with the injury, because of the injury.
Well, yeah, but with the injury. But the question was without. And I think he wouldn't even be in the first. I think he would be at the beginning of second.
I see possibly the Chiefs taking him at the 30th because you have a 29-30 double. So, but that's probably it.
Yeah. I know we talked a lot about it a lot. I really like Daniel Falele. I really like Daniel Faalele, freaking tackle from Minnesota. But I there's no way
Isn't that what
Bears
the
go
Bears
O-line,
need, though?
O-line. Yes, but there's no way they go O-line, O-line.
You
There's
can't
no
go
way.
O-line. Yeah, he can't.
Huh?
You can't go
He's not
O-line.
He's not gonna do that, even though that's what he should do. He's not, because there's
it also doesn't help you because you have now you just have three offensive tackles that don't know how to play in the NFL. So
I mean, unless he goes out and gets like the best like coaching assistant, like, I don't know, does Peters come back and coach, like teach these kids how to play left tackle?
I just let them do whatever they want, and then let Peters come and play left tackle if they can't do it, and I worry about it next year.
Yeah, right. But they'll probably go. I'll say was that Pickens? That's probably who they're. Yeah, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna do receiver,
So
which
George
is
Pickens out of Georgia.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, there's not.
I would say McCreary, but I think after they just picked up what's his name from Ravens, I don't think.
McCreary would have been perfect. I think now. My bad. I'm sorry.
You don't. I don't think so though. I mean, they just picked up the guy from Ravens. I think it's a low runner.
Slot corner. He's a slot corner.
Yeah.
McCreary could be your opposite JJ corner. Yeah. Okay.
Oh God. Did you see the stats about JJ? So last year he let almost 60%. It was like 58 point something percent of passes get by him. Wow. That's like, I think it's like the 19th. Like it was like one of the worst stats. Like, he's horrible. And Fredo's been saying that he's not a good corner.
No, he's a good corner.
Who are we talking about?
Yeah. Jalen
Johnson.
Oh,
from the Bears.
Yeah, he's a bum.
He's a bum.
All right. What are you doing, Mike Tomlin?
All right. So 52.
Well, then real quick, James said if he falls to the Chiefs, I'm gonna break some walls. I think he's talking about
George Pickens.
Yeah. And then Poles is a great GM. He's gonna try to build his offense off of speed.
Yeah, and that's why you don't get Faalele, because he's too big, too slow.
He's a monster, and that's why I like him. But yeah, I mean, he's a 400-pound beast. But
what do we have for safety right now?
For safety, we are at Kirby Joseph at Illinois.
Oh hell no.
Damari Mathis, Nick Cross. They're pretty much all gone, man.
All right, so what about cornerback?
Corner, Roger McCreary.
Yeah,
and Darren Kendrick, not too bad. Like, it's probably the best two available as of now.
Yeah, give me McCreary.
McCreary? All right, so 5'11", senior out of West Coast, 3-star recruit out of Auburn. So, I mean, he's probably the best available right now when it comes to corner. So, all right. So,
on to you.
And then on to me. Damn Packers. I can't stand them. It's not that I don't hate them as much as you guys do. I just can't stand what they do in their draft process.
I think you should look edge. Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. I really don't know what they it's weird. Because people still criticize the Packers over Jordan Love, so which we all do.
Logan Hall would be a good pick.
I think Logan Hall is probably your best one, but Shaw ain't bad either, though, out of Kentucky. I'll just take Logan Hall here. Why not? It's probably your best. I mean, it's getting down to the bottom there. This draft class sucks. There it is. I was looking for that right there. I'm glad they did that. According to this market, I've seen a lot of running backs go to the Cardinals.
They need to. I think Cardinals and actually Falcons. Stop getting old guys.
Yeah.
Green Bay again.
Think
This is why I think Falele goes, but
Falele or Raymond.
Raymond's a good one too.
I would just go with the top available, Central Michigan or Minnesota. I like Falele too.
I do too, man. We watched clips on him on what day was that? On Tuesday. And man, that guy's a beast. That guy is a beast. We watched him run in
6'8", 383. That's what the hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take and I kind of like him because he's a rugby player that came to the NFL.
You should take Sam Howell. That would be perfect.
All right, so the Bucks got 60.
Yeah, and then James real quick said, "Are you guys going live during the draft?" That's the plan. That's the plan. I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be on vacation, so hopefully, we can get some of the other guys part of Nerd Huddle in on it. Last year we did a live draft, and that was a blast. That was a lot of fun. I have to say we were all watching different time streams. So like Martin got the news first, and we didn't know what his reactions were. So sometimes his reactions were just like, oh, and it was something good or it was something bad. So it was definitely a fun. It was really fun. I know we have to say that because we're trying to promote it and stuff like that. But it really was. It was a good time. So hopefully we'll do that again this week. At least for sure, the Thursday first round. Hopefully for sure we'll do that. The rest probably, I know, but that Sunday after the draft, we're definitely gonna break everything down, and even the week after probably.
I'm excited because I'm gonna actually be here all 3 days. Last year I was there for the first day, and then I had to go play some Army games real quick during that weekend. So I'm texting Mark like, what are the Falcons doing? Are they getting a running back? They never got a running back. And I was like, they got one. I was so mad.
Yeah.
So mad.
Yeah. Brian C. Justin Fields thought it was God. Basically,
like,
that was
yes.
The best clip though.
I'm still happy.
Yeah. But we saw like Martin do something first, and we weren't sure what that meant.
Yeah, I said, oh my God, I put my hands up. I left the couch.
I think he left.
I was more surprised on how Brian like nailed his prediction. And I don't know if it was BS or he was just saying this to hype it up and putting it out in the universe. But when that happened, I was like, I can't believe this. I just couldn't believe it, and I had to walk off.
Yeah.
That
was so good.
I think Justin Fields is going to have a great year this year too. He's going to have a great year. I think Justin Fields is going to have a great year this year too. Honestly.
I hope so. Damn, Cole better be a better weapon this year.
That's why we have to get some better weapons and someone to block for him.
Yeah,
unless he's Deshaun Watson and just says that I don't need any of that stuff. I'll throw the ball anyway. Still throw 4,000 yards.
Oh, we've seen it. So
all right. So what pick are we on? We on pick 60?
Tank and his Buccaneers.
Oh, and the Bucks.
Sam Howell should be going to the Bucks.
Why? No.
For what? Well, what else are you gonna get? Brady's here. Sam Howell is he's a top 35 player. This is time to go get him.
I think they go Trey McBride.
That's a better pick,
because if Gronk is about to, he's wiping his feet at the doormat.
Yeah.
I mean, all the screws from all his braces are all falling off.
If
rusting
they get
through.
Trey McBride with 1 year of Brady,
that's not bad. Well, is Woods gone? Was it Jalen Wood? Jelani Woods.
Oh, Jelani Woods. If Trey McBride's still there,
you would go McBride.
Jelani Woods has to be there still. If Trey McBride, there's way better guys than Jelani Woods.
Trey McBride is actually a first round talent. I'm telling you, I can see him getting drafted in the first round.
And
so
then here's
you get Trey McBride.
Here's Brian's boy, Jeremy Ruckter. I hate him.
I think the
why
Bills
like him so
getting
much.
him.
You guys got so much fucking hate on that video from the Dynasty Pylon. So real quick, I know I put it in there. Yeah. So go check out Dynasty Pylon if you're watching on the Nerd Huddle channel. Link in the description. I also put it in the comments. And you guys are doing like rookie breakdowns and stuff like that. And you guys did that tight end. And you got somebody really mad in the comments. He's like, "Don't quit your day job."
Yeah, Brian got roasted hard.
Like, dude, you're not going. He's not even. He's going to be drafted in the 5th round, 6th round. So like, what? Come on, get over there.
Yeah. So I thought that was funny because I saw it. I'm like, oh, Martin, you might want to just go.
I thought it was funny though, but
it was funny. I don't get mad at stuff like that. You know,
really
it's
got
like
mad at Brian. I'm like, well,
he left a nice long comment.
Uncle or something.
Yeah, I was like, sorry, talk about your cousin, brother. Sorry, I mean, good lord.
I laugh. And then Bucks roster is old as hell. Yeah, but definitely, I definitely agree with tight end for sure. Brady needs a tight end.
The best tight end available in the entire draft. Not even just like available right now. He's the best tight end available in the entire draft.
Yeah. I'll go McBride. I mean, who doesn't want to play it with Brady for a year? Like, I mean, yeah. I guess except for Bruce Arians. He's like, nah, I'm good. I'll go sit from up top. And then we got Hefe always in chat. What's up, man? Saying Chiefs. So Jameson to KC, baby.
Here's a little rough recap of what we end up doing. So
hold on. So James said, Hefe KC, see you later. I hate you and you're a great franchise. It's like, it reminds me of the Anchorman. It was like, God damn it, I hate you, but I respect the shit out of you. Like that's basically it. I need to clip that. That needs to be
Malik Willis went number 2 overall to the Lions.
Yeah, so Malik Willis went to number 2. You went with Evan Neal at the 3rd. How do you feel about Malik going to 2? I've been seeing a lot more mock drafts with Malik going into 2, which is weird. I don't think they go with Malik with the overall 2nd overall.
I don't think
that's too early for me.
I say Malik Willis is going to be the 5th pick, and someone's going to be jumping up to go get him. If it's Pittsburgh or if it's Carolina or something like that, he's going the 5th pick. He's not going past Carolina at 6, though.
Yeah, but you don't think? I mean, Detroit's not bad though. I mean, Detroit needs a QB. I mean, why wouldn't they go? I mean,
honestly, I think it doesn't matter what
I think they roll with Goff again.
Yeah, he needs time to take, and you could go get a quarterback. Can you imagine if they take all their picks and they get all their position players totally perfect? Their line is already good. They get their defense good. They get an edge rusher. I mean, that team could be really good. And then next year you go get one of the top quarterbacks. Woo! I mean, Detroit Lions won't be a joke anymore.
Yeah, right. We got to worry about him now in Chicago. And then Hefe, thanks. Thank you.
I think they roll with Jared Goff again. Here's what's going to happen. I think what's going to happen. I think the Lions don't get Malik Willis at 2. I think they probably go after,
I think Hutchinson is 2. And I think that Trayvon Walker is going to be number 1.
Which is so weird, honestly. Like, I don't think Trayvon, he's good, but it just because he had a good pro day and a good combine,
that's exactly why.
Jumped him to 1. I hate that so much because then that just means that just because he did good in his underwear means he did better than the game. Come on now, like I don't think this is another Henry Ruggs situation, but only at the edge position. I don't think that's I really don't like that.
I think it's also edge rushers from Michigan. Also, historically, I mean, they're not always this dominant players. I don't know,
but I don't think that's going to happen. What I think what's going to happen is Detroit Lions is going to get best available at that time, or they trade down, which they would be smart, and then with their last pick in the first, was it 30th, right? 32. I think that's if Malik Willis is there, which I doubt. I think that's when they probably go with another QB or best available. I just don't see. I think Jared Goff is still he was 24th last year. Okay, I know that's not the greatest, but he's not also the worst. But he also didn't have any weapons towards the end of the season. He only had Amon-Ra St. Brown. His tight end was gone. His Galladay, or obviously, yeah, they were gone. All he had was Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And Hutchinson,
now they have more weapons.
I mean, he had a good tight end. He has the top 5, 6 tight end. But yeah,
now
he was hurt.
Hawkinson. I forgot his name.
Yeah,
Hawkinson. He was hurt. Now, I think they're rolling out with Josh Reynolds and Craig Reynolds, the other running back. Yeah, Reynolds, a receiver and running back, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Like Quintez Cephas was hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, you're making me think here. The Lions had nobody. Now here's what you're gonna get if the Lions stick with that. They don't get it. They're gonna have DeAndre Swift. Hopefully he stays healthy all season. Now you have DJ Chark. Now you have Josh Reynolds, who's still there, and you have Amon-Ra St. Brown and Quintez Cephas will be back, and TJ Hawkinson will be back. This is a lot better team weapon wise than it was last season. Because last season we were going into the new season with
they had really good running backs.
Quintez Cephas was number 1. This was before Amon-Ra St. Brown. Like we kind of called it, but I still think they go with Jared Goff.
I think they go with Jared Goff because you're better quarterbacks next year. So if you go ahead and you suck, you still got a better chance. You suck exactly. You get 6th pick, 8th pick overall, and you could trade up again, get you a quarterback. That's what I see them doing next year.
And then real quick, he goes, Hefe said, who's reaching for the first QB? Which I'm assuming this draft.
Reaching for the first QB. I would
tell you, Steelers and Carolina are going to be battling for that 5-6.
It would have to be Carolina, maybe Steelers. Yeah, I agree with you.
Or Saints.
I would put them at the bottom of those 3. Because I think they believe Woodson.
They did all that trade with all the Eagles, try to get multiple first-round picks. So they have to be sneaky, just like that Falcons have to be sneaky. So
that's true.
Those are the teams I'm looking at. I don't think Seattle could get up there. Seattle's going to stay where they are, and they don't get whoever falls to them. But the Saints could jump up, the Steelers could jump up, the Falcons could jump up, and Carolina could jump. So those are the 4 teams I think they're going to be reaching for Malik Willis, trying to figure out how they could get him.
Yeah. And then real quick James said, watch Walker film. The dude has no moves. Trevin Walker.
Yeah, I don't know why he's climbing up. He's I don't know why.
He's big. He literally has no pass rushing moves. But I do believe that's something that you can learn in the NFL, pass rushing moves. Jadeveon Clowney had no pass rushing moves. He still turned out to be a good rusher, because he's still unbelievably athletic. I don't know if he should be your first number 1 overall pick, but I think he still has the talent. So we'll see.
So here's where the Saints landed up and getting Kenny Pickett. According to this mock draft, Kenny Pickett went at 16.
And Jameson Williams, wow.
Which I guess is okay, because then next season they would have. Because Jameson Williams, it seems like the ACL tear is only about 6 to 8 months now.
Yep. Especially the younger you are.
So, and then we're coming towards the end here. New England, Trent McDuffie, not bad. Treylon Burks I picked for the Packers, who I think will probably be a good asset there, in my opinion. George Karlaftis over at the Cardinals. That's a really good pick for them. So yeah, let me continue. And Jahan Dotson to Buffalo Bills. Nice.
I mean, that Tyler Linderbaum is unbelievable that he's still there at 27.
Yeah.
I mean, wow.
So I think a lot of these moves will get traded. I have a feeling maybe the Chiefs may end up trading one of these picks.
Yeah, because they're not going quarterback safety.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they just signed. Who they signed over at safety recently because of Tyrann Mathieu left.
Yeah, what's that other guy?
The dude from the Texans.
Yeah,
good guy.
Where's Hefe?
24 years old.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name.
He's good. Yeah, so I mean, like, he.
What? No. Kyle Hamilton was one of those picks. No, I don't think so.
I don't
think Kyle Hamilton will be even available at that time.
Oh, yeah.
Kyle Hamilton. Yeah, Justin Reed.
Yeah.
Thank you, James. But to this, I don't think Kyle Hamilton will even be out of the top 5, top 10. No way. There's no way he falls down to the Saints.
Mm.
And if he does, I'll be very shocked. He is one of the best safeties I've ever seen coming out of college.
Yeah,
and
but
it's crazy that
probably why
are not talking about it.
That's probably why they didn't sign Tyrann Mathieu right now to see what's going on in this draft.
Yeah, but Williams is not. I think Williams is not going to fall out of the top. Or I'm sorry, Hamilton's not going to fall out of the top 10. No way. I don't think any of these teams.
Mm-hmm.
Seattle will take him. Clearly, Atlanta took him here. I've seen where Hamilton goes to the Giants. I've seen him go to Houston. I've seen him go to every single one of these teams in other mock drafts, but I really don't think he'll fall down to the Saints at 16th pick. No way. Sorry, James.
Yeah, no way.
No way.
I don't know. It depends on the quarterback run. All those trades in the quarterback run could change the entire draft.
If they trade up, I don't know, maybe, but I really don't think so. And then we went to the top of the second. You took David Njoku for Houston, considering that he probably won't play most of the season, but he'll be ready for next season. So now you have you have your first pick of that season and then another top 10 player ready to go. So essentially next year will be basically his debut.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
Hey, once again, Detroit. That's a good pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
James had to crush all those dreams, huh?
Say what?
James said you had to crush all those dreams, huh?
I'm just being a realist, bro. I don't look.
James,
be a dreamer, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
He said the same thing to me about Justin Fields. It's okay. He said the same thing. He's like, "There's no way. There's no way. It's a top 3 quarterback." And I was like, "Just wait."
Because the Niners messed up.
Yeah, they messed up. That's all.
They did.
That's all we had. All it takes is a couple teams mess up.
Can you imagine what Justin Fields would have done on the Niners now coming into this season?
I would.
With Debo.
And
freaking Ayuk
and the best left tackle in the game.
Yeah,
Fields would be crazy.
Yeah, he would be the guy everyone's really talking about.
Oh, like no doubt that Jimmy would be gone by now. Jimmy would have been gone by now.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so then you magically ended up with the Bears out of random. That was you took Kenyon Green.
I don't know how Kenyon Green was still there either, but whatever. Sky Moore to the Colts is interesting. That's it. That's really interesting.
Didn't they lose? Starts with a P. The other receiver, not Pittman, not Hilton. Starts with a P. I'm not here right now, but they lost a good receiver. I can't think of his name. But anyways, they lost a receiver that would basically replace him. I think that would be a good pick. More. So Atlanta, Christian Watson. I love Christian Watson. Have you guys seen his Senior Bowl tape or any of that? Christian Watson?
Yeah, I did. I remember I told you I was like, I love that size. I don't see you passing.
I like Christian Watson. I think he's going to be one of them sleeper picks. And if he goes to Atlanta, I think he'll be productive right from the start.
And they need that too. You know, they need some more weapons. Oh my God.
Honestly, Atlanta needs everything. That is probably the worst team in the NFL right now, in my opinion, coming in the next season. They're probably going to be the worst team next season. Yes, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, who's your QB right now?
Texas.
Mariota.
Texas,
oh, that's right.
Run for your money. I don't know. Houston,
Texas
really do it.
Look, if we get last, if we tank for Hall, that'd be great. It's tank for Hall. I'm already saying hashtag
that's a slogan.
Falcons tank for Brees Hall, and just make it a thing. Hall is going to be the next QB for the Falcons because we're going to suck so much this season.
Patent pending.
Yes. All right, so we're moving on to the 48th pick with Chicago Bears get Justin Fields another weapon. George Pickens, not a bad pick. I like that too. Because the Bears need more weapons. I don't think Mooney's good, but is he that alpha?
He's a number 2 receiver. He's a very good number 2 receiver.
And that's sneaking into maybe number 1, but it can't. I don't think it's going to be consistent. I don't think he's going to ever be that reach number 1 alpha. I think, like you said, a really good number 2. He's going to be the Landry.
Yeah.
You're going to be happy with him, but he ain't going to be. Yeah. And again,
there you go.
Is a 4th round player. Oh crap! What happened to me?
Atlanta slogan this year: hashtag Tank for Hall.
Tank for Hall. Hey man. All right. So Pittsburgh. That was we went with Roger McCreary out of Auburn.
That's probably close where it goes.
Kind of took best available there,
Yeah.
and I did the same thing with Logan Hall. So at this point, it was kind of like scraping out of like key positions that they needed, but there were still good players that fantasy relevant, like Christian Harris would probably be really good for IDP leagues. I actually like Christian Harris. He Alabama under, but the only problem he was under Devin Lloyd, so most of the shine went to Devin Lloyd rather than Christian Harris. Isaiah Spiller, I like this pick for Arizona. I really do, and I really think they're going to get a running back. If they don't, it's going to be weird.
That N'Kobe Dean, I like that N'Kobe Dean for linebacker for Atlanta. I like
So
that.
do I. He's one of my favorite coming in. Now going to Atlanta, I mean, again, Atlanta needs everything, so I'm going to like every pick because everything we have sucks.
Daniel Falele is really interesting because he's so big. My worry is that can he play left tackle? Can he be quick enough to be able to play left tackle?
383 pounds. That's massive, bro.
That's a big boy.
Massive.
He's 6'8", 383. Like
that dude is just gonna belly flop on whoever's guarding him.
But can you do that at left tackle?
Go at an angle. Because he's coming around. If he's coming around the edge, right?
Yep.
He'll probably go out this way and just belly flop on him.
Yeah, Khalil Mack.
He'll be like a wall of China. Just go over him, wall of China, and they're gonna have to jump over him.
Yeah, I mean, we watched some of the highlights on Tuesday. I mean, he's pretty quick for a guy that size, but that doesn't mean like
that doesn't mean anything.
You're quick.
You're still 6'8", 383 pounds.
And yes,
I mean, wherever he goes, he's gonna play in Green Bay. It sucks, but that's a really good fit, I think, for Green Bay.
Well, only because he could play right tackle and not have to worry about it. You put him at right tackle and not have to worry about all the rushes all the time. And then when you have a tight end chipping off of your right tackle, usually your left tackle is left alone, and they got a great left tackle, so that works.
Yeah. And then tank with Trey McBride.
If he's at 60, that's amazing.
I don't think that Trey McBride will go to 60. There's no way. I think he's a first-round draft pick. I think someone will pick him up.
I think
he was there.
27.
Yeah. Tank went with Trey McBride because Gronk is kind of like, is he in or is he out? He could be out next season. We don't know. So why not make the hardcore decision of just getting his replacement? And Trey McBride is the perfect tight end for that. I think he is the best tight end.
Yeah.
He'll easily, I think he'll say he goes to Buccaneers, Gronk goes out, right? He's always injured. I think Trey McBride can easily be top 10 on his rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
If he goes Bucks.
Agreed.
And to earlier, yes, James, I'm not saying I'm glad. I'm going to say I'm happy. Get that man a Super Bowl ring. I think going to the Colts is the best available team for him. I think, is it a loss? He was there for 14 years. 14 years, you get real close to a player. I have his jersey. I like the man. So am I glad? No, I'm happy. Like excited for him.
I mean,
And
when he
plus,
retires,
I have Michael Pittman on my fantasy team, so on my dynasty team. So Pittman season. So
yeah, but when he retires, he's retiring as a Falcon. Like,
I would hope so.
Yeah, no, that's not a question.
If not, it's gonna be a slap to my face. But yeah, I would hope so.
yeah, no.
And then wrapping up in the last of the second, Denver Broncos went with Denver Broncos went with Chad Muma. Now, if you haven't seen who Chad Muma is, go to Dynasty Pylon. We broke down a little video of him. I like Chad Muma. He's a really good linebacker. I think he reminds me of TJ Watt so much. Chad Muma. He does.
TJ
watch his tape. TJ Watt, he's such a good edge runner. I think Chad Muma can replicate what he has.
I think TJ also has he has the pedigree along with the moves and the quickness. I don't know.
Clearly, you haven't seen any tape of Chad Muma.
I've seen a lot of TJ Watt.
He's a cheaper version of TJ Watt. He's a cheaper version of TJ Watt. I would not be. Look. I think it would be great for the Bengals to have a good edge with Logan Wilson there. Whew. Or not with Logan Wilson, but with damn, the other guy who gets hurt all the time. Ruggs?
Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, thank you. God, see, this is why you're good. All right, so Breece Hall would make you forget all about him. No. 14 years, man. You can't. I love Matty Ice.
You're going to love him until you're in the Super Bowl and they win 27-3 or 28-3 instead of losing.
Nah. There's no way. There's no way I would ever forget Matt Ryan. There's no way.
Matt Ryan's going to go down as definitely, one of the better.
Yeah, but you're going to be like, Matt, who? Who, what?
Yeah.
Right? He was trying to get into the Super Bowl party and be like, no, I don't remember you, man.
Nah, there's no way. There's no way. The guy was there for too long. He made memories. He molded that team to a different aspect. Like, nah, yeah. I can't.
Especially when you're around that long.
Say what?
I was saying, like, when you're around a city that long, there's a lot of things in the city that are directly his creation. Like a lot of charities and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So
wait, have I said, Casey? I don't want to talk to you because I know you're already going to trade up and trade for my favorite player. So,
yep, that sounds about right.
Yeah. So, anyways, that was pretty much it. I mean, next we'll go into more depth next week. We'll probably start this earlier.
Yeah. We'll try to get a couple more of the guys. If we can get maybe Braden or Mark, even Marvin. I know Marvin. Yeah. Well, once he moves to Indiana, he'll be more in our time zone.
And then it'll go from a no to a maybe.
At least
he is not a morning person, at all.
Yeah. But yeah, it is what it is. But hopefully we can get some other people. Like I said, Marvin, he's hopefully he can come back sooner than later. I know he's been busy. I've been missing him. And then Braden, the new addition to the Nerd Huddle. He's been with you guys on Dynasty Pylon for a couple weeks now, like 3-4 weeks at this point.
Yeah. No, I'm glad he's with us.
Yeah,
definitely gives us.
Yeah. I'm glad he's on screen now and not just in chat. So he definitely has a lot of good takes on stuff. So and then Fredo, he can always come on and we can give him we'll give him the Jets. Things. We'll give him the Jets
with his scrolls. Right.
But yeah, hopefully if we get some more people. I don't know. I forgot. I don't think it's on here.
I think I put it on Dynasty Pylon. Here, let me put it real quick. Go ahead. Just go ahead.
Yep.
Talk. I'll keep doing
Yeah, but I just figured out we're going to start closing it out. Been an hour and a half already. We spent a good 45 minutes, maybe longer, on this alone. But yeah, I mean, this is fun. We
did 30 on Haskins, an hour on the draft.
Yeah, there you go. So we'll definitely do this again next week. It's gonna be fun. We're getting ready for the draft. It's just that time of year, and then after that, then we get into the mock drafts. We're gonna get into start getting into some mock drafts, breaking down divisions again, stuff like that. So yeah, there's still a lot of stuff. We got a lot of games we still want to do. We want to break down like players. We could break down. We're gonna do a tier list. We'll probably do a tier list sometime soon of like how the NFL teams with their free agency, we're gonna rank them. We can rank how teams did in the draft, like which team did the better, and then we'll get into like different positions and stuff like that. Do a bunch of different games. Break down divisions like we did last year, but not as tedious.
By that time, we already in preseason workouts and all this other stuff. I mean, we're talking about everything's coming around the corner right now. The Bears have been in pre-draft camp right now for the last week.
It started this week, yeah.
So
yeah. So yeah, we got that. So and then he puts that up. Also, make sure you go check out.
It was here. I think you accidentally removed it or something. I don't know what happened. It was part of our little playlist thing.
On what?
Like our little video clips.
Well, we're under the morning spike.
Yeah,
I put it under the morning spike. It's gone now. I'm have to re-download it. I got it. Let me see.
Okay.
It's real quick. It's like 15 seconds, and I think I never re-edited it. So if
it gets the point.
Yeah, but there's
the Bears. Yeah. Also, speaking of, I forgot what we were doing, but I was editing a video, and it was the Bob's Burgers. And when I'm editing, and I kept saying Bob, I'm like, God damn, I can hear that Chicago accent. I was like, even from me, I'm like, on myself, I can hear that Chicago accent when I say Bob. I was like, God damn, man. Poor Martin and Mark got to hear that shit. Got to hear that horrible fucking Chicago accent. I was like, oh, now we're gonna talk about Bob's Burgers. I was like, Jesus Christ, man.
It comes
straight up from Chicago. Oh yeah.
I just added it. Here it is.
There you go. Play it.
Fredo scrolls. I don't know. This is what Fredo's doing when he's not here all damn time, because he pops in every now and then. We love the guy. He's so busy. I don't know what he's doing half the time. But when he does check and he brings it, we have this joke. I know it's dumb because it's an inside joke between us, but if you've watched this long enough, you kind of know. He brings up these old players for no reason. I don't understand why. Like it makes no relevance to what we're talking about. I'm like, Fredo, why? Why are you doing this? And
he's talking about Todd Sauerbrunn from 1990.
I don't even know who that is.
All the time. Like, the Bears took a second-round pick for Todd Sauerbrunn. I remember it was like 1990 something. So,
yeah, like Fredo, why? Why are you doing this?
Year 3434 of the second age. Here follows the account.
And then at the end of the day, he don't even know what happened. Goes through all that madness, and you still don't even know what it is.
Oh my gosh,
that's pretty good, dude.
That's just done. Let's be done. That's awesome. I want to download it. Just won't send it to him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't even think you sent it to the team. So
I did a long time ago when I first did it. It wasn't that.
Did you? Yeah. I thought you just sent it to
like
me.
During the day,
oh yeah, you did. You did. That shit was funny. Yeah, because I remember even Will, we were like going back and forth on stuff. Then real quick before we leave, this is our live schedule. So make sure you subscribe to the Nerd Huddle down in the description, and the Dynasty Pylon also down in the description. And then if you like movies, TV, all that stuff, Spoiler Kings also part of the network. So make sure you subscribe to them as well. But yeah, so we're here talking football all this on Sundays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays. It's all football, so we're having fun. So make sure you go check us all out, give us all some love, and come hang out on all these live days. And then that is it from us, though. I know we got a couple more comments, man. Said Fredo, you betrayed the NFL. How could you, Fredo? Which kind of works because, like, Somebody was like, it's Fredo is like Frodo,
Frodo.
and Lord of the Rings. But yeah, our Alfredo, there he is.
He still owes me those spike bets too.
I know he does.
And this is probably why he hasn't come on, because he doesn't want to take them. Because he owes the whole team.
He owes like 2 or 3.
Marvin still owes me 2. You know what? This is what happens. I make bets that are so high, you guys don't come on because y'all don't want to take them. It's all good.
Fun stuff.
All right, I love you, fam.
All right. Yeah, let's get out of here. See you guys later. And go check out all the channels. Everyone in Nerd Huddle, link in descriptions. And we will see you guys next week. Later.
See you guys.
I know what happened.